All right. This is so exciting. I am just thrilled to be here today with Ben Salem. You are such a cool guy. And it's so exciting to be face-to-face like this because, so for anyone who's watching this, you know that I don't normally do these kinds of in-person interviews like this. So this is a first, and it's with a friend. So that's really exciting. I'm here today with Ben Salem, who is the CEO and founder of WaveBlock. And it's a company that I've grown to love, and I use their products, and I'm super fascinated about what brought you into all of this EMF world, radiation. First of all, hi, how are you?
This is awesome. This is going to be fun. And it's so nice when we live next to each other. Like, this
I
is
know.
so convenient, so easy, right?
It's wonderful. Just a hop, skip, and a jump across the 10.
Yeah.
So tell me, okay, so we first met a few months ago, and you were telling me about like how you came into all this EMF. Like, why did you go down this rabbit hole? Like, what brought you down this path?
Yeah, I think I just had too much time on my hands during
Yeah.
the pandemic. I think that's what really happened.
Yeah.
But what I noticed was my kids constantly have the iPads over their laps. They're rocking the earbuds. You know, they're falling asleep with their earbuds. They're on these long Zoom calls, rocking the earbuds.
Right.
And it just got my mind thinking, what's inside these devices, and are they safe, right? And that just started going into the rabbit hole, like deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a dad, and so you're just seeing what's happening with your kids and your family, and so you just start researching.
Yeah.
That was the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So what did you find when you started researching?
So what I learned was that certain countries like Germany, Italy, France, Belgium, they've all banned Wi-Fi from nurseries and kindergartens.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's bad.
It's bad. So it's like,
bad.
well,
Yeah.
what do they know that we don't know?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So then I thought, well, let's dissect these products and see what's inside the earbuds.
Mm-hmm.
So that when I looked at the schematics, sorry for sounding like a nerd here, but when I looked at the schematics and looked at the earbuds, I learned that there was a very powerful Bluetooth, and it has the same power bandwidth and strength as a Wi-Fi router. That's how strong the Bluetooth is. So when you have a powerful Bluetooth in one ear and in another ear, to stay synchronized, they're talking to each other through my kid's skull. So they're shooting radiation back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's creepy.
But they have the same strength as your Wi-Fi. So they could talk to each other through walls, through drywall, through concrete walls, and they could go 1,200 feet through walls. So it's pretty powerful, right?
Yeah, that's very powerful.
Yeah.
So so you set out to do something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about that. That's amazing, first of all, that you actually were able to do something about it. Because I think so many of us just, we hear these things, we're like, well, we're screwed. That's the world we live in. But you said no. You said, let's do something about this. So then what did you do?
Yeah, because the bottom line is I like wearing my earbuds.
Yeah.
And they're not going to go away.
Right.
But how do I make them safer? Is there a way to make them safer?
Right.
So what I did was I actually just purchased every single product that they sell online that says it blocks radiation, reduces radiation, neutralizes, whatever that means, harmonizes, all this weird language, right?
Yeah.
And I converted my home office, similar to this, into a full-on functioning like Faraday cage. So
That's amazing.
Yeah, I just geeked out completely.
Oh my gosh. So what did you buy? Because there's so many products online and out there that are just, they're saying that they're going to do all these magical things and block all this radiation. What are these products, and what did you find?
So it's really fascinating. I really just bought everything, right?
Okay.
And I actually brought a goodie bag here. My
Okay.
original goodie bag, right? I'm going to show you some of the fun stuff. I never actually showed this to anyone.
We have props.
This is
I
like
love it.
4 years old.
Okay.
Make a wish that these products work. But let's look at these. This is kind of fun. This is a fun exercise. So we're going to pull them out one at a time.
Okay.
All right, this is a fun one. First one. It just says anti-radiation. All right?
Is that a pin or like what
No,
is it?
it's a cool sticker.
Oh, it's a sticker. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
of course.
cool.
Look at this pretty sticker.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nice.
right? So you got a nice sticker
like
here.
a hologram.
Hologram sticker. It says anti-radiation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is amazing. It will help reduce your headaches and insomnia and no more hair loss.
What?
Okay, so this is amazing, right? No more hair loss.
Okay.
So this is a
okay.
fun one. I tested this sticker, and what
Uh-huh.
happens is, let's look at your device. For example,
Okay.
on your phone,
Yep.
on your phone you have 5 different antennas, right? You have a Bluetooth, you have a Wi-Fi antenna, you have a GPS, you have an LTE, and so forth, right? Every antenna is located in different areas on your phone.
Okay.
So if you're to take a random sticker that's made out of metal, and you're by accident going to put it on one of the antennas, there could be an antenna there, or there could be an antenna anywhere, and you're to randomly put it anywhere here.
Yeah.
What's going to happen is you're going to amplify the antenna. You're going to help increase the radiation to give it more of a boost, to make it stronger. So you're actually doing the opposite effect, if that makes sense, right?
Okay. Okay.
So that kind of got me going, like, oh my God, this is even worse for you, right?
Right.
But at least you're saving your hair.
Yeah.
You don't have to lose any hair.
Of course. Yeah. Absolutely. That's
so,
a perk.
So that's that one. So let's see what else. We get some more goodies
Do you
here.
also have a way to measure the EMFs?
Yeah. So it's really hard to measure. So
Yeah.
the only way to really measure is you have to be in a controlled environment, right? So I learned that the hard way because everything I was testing sometimes would work and sometimes it wouldn't work. So I was fooling myself and like getting really excited. And I would run to my wife and I would say, I just solved this. This is amazing. And then the next day it's like back to not working again. So what I did was I bought Faraday cage material and I wrapped the whole room and made the room so there's no radiation could come from the outside world. So
You're such a MacGyver. I love it.
we had a lot of time on our hands during the pandemic, you know?
What a great way to spend it.
That's it.
Yeah.
So that's really what happened. So I wrapped the whole room in this Faraday cage material and I grounded the room.
Okay.
And no interference could come from my kids or the neighbors or someone driving down the street. So I could really control that source of radiation.
Okay.
And then I bought directional radiation meters because you want to be able to direct and pinpoint the exact source and not any other source.
Okay.
So after testing and learning what works, what doesn't work, what increases radiation, ideas started to come to my head. But before ideas started to come to my head, I really had to test everything. So I said, well, let's just make sure we're not reinventing the wheel. So I bought these like fancy shungite stones and Russian stones that claim they absorb all the radiation and they suck it all in and they do all this fancy stuff. So yeah, we tried some stones.
Where do you put the stone? Where do the stones go?
Anywhere you want. You just stick it on your phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You could actually, they claim you could put it anywhere in the room and it's going to suck all the energy too. So that's interesting too.
Okay.
But then, I mean, we had so much fun. Here, let's continue going. This is really fun. All right.
What's it gonna be?
All right. So this is a credit card that you put in your wallet that sucks all the radiation, so you're free to go. This is really fun. A neutralizer.
A neutralizer.
So it's going to neutralize all the energy. It's going to capture it. It's going to change the pH balance in your body.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay.
So that's really nice.
Okay.
We have some more neutralizers. We have a little bit of everything. So bottom line is there's so many amazing products that neutralize and harmonize the EMF. That's what they claim.
Yeah.
But what I learned was nothing worked. Nothing worked.
How did you know it didn't work?
Because every time I tested it, I saw that the radiation either increased or did not do anything. And when I started doing all the due diligence, I noticed these are not real scientific words. That doesn't even, those words don't even exist. And there's no lab reports.
Yeah.
You know? So trying everything and basically saying, all right, well, I can't solve this. Nothing's coming to my head.
Yeah.
6 months in, I'm at the beach with my family.
Okay.
And I'm just daydreaming and I'm thinking, if a wave hits my body right now, the wave has enough power to knock me over. But once the wave hits the ground, the power is broken in the sand. And now you're just getting the mist. You're not getting that strong power anymore.
Now I'm seeing where the name WaveBlock
Get it?
came in.
Yeah.
I get it. Okay.
So I thought, I wonder if I could break radiation into like mist, into particles. So I'm not getting the full effect, right?
Yeah.
Because the way that radiation works is that it's actually very simple. It's waves. So when your cell phone's really close to your body, the waves have not opened up yet. They're just going right in. And the further the phone's away, the waves open, and it's less harmful to the body. So I thought, I wonder if I could make the waves break fast.
Okay.
So they just don't go into the body.
Yeah.
So I went home and started making different materials and blending different materials.
Wow.
And one of the materials that I blended together, which was not made out of metal, when I would shine a flashlight at it, I noticed that all the light would break into particles. And that dispersed all the light.
Like it refracted the
Refracted.
light.
Yeah. So I thought, I wonder if that same thing would happen with radiation.
Huh.
And then when I tested it at home, it worked perfectly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, if your life was a movie, I'm seeing this is like the montage after you're at the beach with the waves, and then you go home and then the music's playing and you're like gathering all your supplies, and then it refracts, and it's beautiful.
You know, I ran outside the office like screaming like, to the whole family, you guys have to see this. It's working. It's working.
I
It's
love
like,
that. That's so dramatic and cool.
It's the best feeling.
Amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so you realized that you were onto something. And then what? Like, how do you turn that into a device that can not only help you and your family, but all of us?
Yeah. So what I did was I said, well, let's just try this out for a couple weeks.
Okay.
Let's go mountain biking with it. Let's go snowboarding with it. Let the kids rock it and just see if something weird starts happening. And after a couple of weeks, we learned, hey, the connectivity's still good. Everything's still working. And then I just Googled, who's the largest FCC government lab in the world? Where did, Apple, Samsung, where did they go to test their products? I want to go to that same lab.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I called the lab and I said, hey, I want to test this. They said, sure, come by, come test it. And when they tested it, they got the same results I got. And on certain devices, it was 80% reduction. On some devices, 90% reduction, and everything still worked. Wow. And once that worked, I asked the engineer, like, what do I do next? They said, well, you should go do another government test. And it's called a SAR test to see how much radiation gets absorbed into the human tissue. Yeah. Like how much reduction you're doing there, right? Not just, right? So we did that test. And that engineer said, whatever this is, you better go file a patent on this.
Wow.
That's really how it started.
That's amazing. And at that point, what was it how did you apply it to devices? Was it a sticker at that time, or? Yeah.
It was a sticker.
Yeah.
And had different kind of powder coatings and different kind of glues on it. Even the glue would affect it. And that's all it was. It started out as a sticker.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So not to get like too technical sciencey, but what is happening when these EMFs and this radiation is hitting our bodies?
Yeah, it's interesting. So it all depends on the proximity to the body, right? So if we're hanging out here and the Wi-Fi router is 10 feet away, nothing's that happening. Nothing to be scared of because the waves have opened naturally. It's not close to you.
Yes. Okay. Makes sense.
So, but if you're going to sleep next to your cell phone, or you're going to rock the earbuds for a really long time, or you have a bed that has Wi-Fi in it, and you're sleeping right underneath it,
or you have your phone like in your bra.
Yeah. The cumulative load is what's pretty scary, because what happens is the guidelines that we have were the guidelines that were made in 1996. And those guidelines said the average human's going to use their device for 6 minutes a day, right?
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And the iPad was not even invented, and those earbuds weren't even there yet. So nothing's been tested. But what they did say is the allowed amount of radiation to absorb into the body could be up to 3/4 of an inch. Up to 3/4 of an inch. So if you have your phone right here in your pocket, it depends on your body and how big you are. 3/4 inch is really deep. So what's that doing to your body, to all the signals? So some of the reports are saying that your body stops to make melatonin. Your production goes down by 75%, less melatonin.
Wow. So sleep is getting interrupted.
Sleep.
Yeah.
Those are cancer fighting, right? So you have that. And then you have, for kids, it's a whole different game, because their skulls are thinner, softer, smaller, right?
Right.
They're going to absorb a lot more radiation than we will, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then if you're pregnant,
Yeah.
right, and you have that iPad over your tummy,
Right.
it's just a different game. So, you know, the inflammation that it causes in your body,
Mm-hmm.
you know, there's so many things that it could do, but I think that it's really easy to solve, you know, just keep distance is your friend.
Yeah. Now, what are some stories and things you've heard from people who have started using these EMF radiation blocking devices?
So this was a big surprise because I never knew people had sensitivity, or I never knew people had issues.
Right.
This was just by accident. This was just for my kids.
Mm-hmm.
But then we started seeing like all these reviews come in. And then we started getting the real feedback, right? Like my wife would get feedback all the time. My friends are getting feedback, and I'm like thinking, what is this? I never knew this was a problem. For example, the guy that installed an air conditioner for us in the house, we gave him a WaveBlock cell phone case. And he comes to my wife after about 3 months and he says, you know what? I've had growing pain for a decade. I went to every doctor and no one could figure it out. I no longer have growing pain. I don't know what it is.
Wow.
So
And he had he kept his cell phone probably like close to his...
when he drives, it's like this, right?
Yeah.
It's like right there,
yeah.
right there. So,
Yeah.
and he's always driving.
Whoa.
So I said, okay, fine. I kind of dismissed it, right? Then we went to a store to buy lighting for the house. Same exact thing. My wife gives a cell phone case. She gives a cell phone case to everyone. She gives it to the owner of the lighting store.
Okay.
And a couple months later, my wife went to go buy some more lights, and he said, I just want to let you know, you've changed my life. Wow. I've had pain in my leg forever, and no one could ever figure it out.
Oh my God.
I've had this inflammation and this pain here forever.
Yeah.
And we get these stories all the time, right? Another thing that we get all the time is the people that were sleeping with their phones next to their heads are saying they don't wake up in the middle of the night anymore.
I actually was going to tell you that is my story. Yes.
Really?
For years, as long as I can remember, as long as I've had a cell phone, I've slept with it right next to my pillow. Never even thought. And I had it on one of those magnetic chargers, you know, where it just, the MagSafe thing. And never even thought, and I never had, you know, any EMF blocking sticker or anything like that on it, my phone before. And I would always wake up in the middle of the night, always, like without fail. And sometimes I'd stay up for a while. You know, I would have trouble falling back asleep. I would be like wide awake at like 3 in the morning. So annoying. And ever since I got rid of my MagSafe charger, and I'm now using this beautiful WaveBlock case.
Awesome.
I'm not waking up in the middle of the night, and I'm also charging it a little bit further away. It's not right next to my head. But yeah, it's amazing. I can't even tell you how wonderful it is to wake up at like when the sun is coming up naturally and feel rested. It's like the greatest gift in the world. So
that's awesome. I love hearing that.
So thank you. Yeah, I'm so grateful because And you know, I'm so health conscious too, and I have been raised so health conscious by my mom, who's such a health pioneer, you know, and so it's just there was such a key element that I was missing, even though I was eating right and exercising and doing all these things. Yeah, I'm grateful.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
And it's like, how do we tell the whole world without getting too scientific? If they could kind of visualize what's happening, it would click. Right?
The WaveBlock, I love that I now know where this name comes from, because the fact that these waves of radiation are emanating from these devices, and that these cases, and then you also gave me the sticker for my laptop, that it's like it's blocking these waves literally.
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's really fascinating is that your body, your brain is all electricity. When you're bringing in another source of electricity near the brain, it tells the brain it's daytime. It's daytime.
Right.
It's not time to go to sleep.
Right. Cortisol.
So now it doesn't know what time to sleep, what time to wake up. So you're throwing everything off, right? Also hormones, testosterone. You're messing with everything.
Yeah.
Those wearables.
Yeah, I know. I know. I actually switched back to my analog watch.
Okay.
I do still wear my ring.
Nice.
I track my sleep and all that. But yeah, I mean, we don't even sometimes think about what can we do about the wearables. I mean, what's your opinion on the wearables?
I think that if you wear them, if you take them off, a couple hours before you go to bed, it'll make a huge difference.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm tracking my sleep.
You know what? That's okay because you only have one tiny antenna in there.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't have multiple.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not constantly pinging either.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
It's a lot lower. You're fine.
Okay.
We have to live life.
I know.
You know?
I do love my ring. But yeah, it's a balance because exactly there's so many things that we could freak out about all the time.
Yeah.
And and you and I have had long conversations about, legit concerns, mold and all these things that we've dealt with. But some things, you do have to you have to breathe through it a little bit because, if you really stop to think, about everything that we're exposed to every day, I mean, you drive yourself crazy.
Yeah.
But that's what I love about this company that you started is like, it's so easy. And like, just to put a sticker or a case on your device, it really doesn't take a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's set it and forget it too. And the fact that there's something that exists that you can do so easily, and that it can really make a difference. It can really help. It's like, yes, we are exposed to so many awful things throughout a day, but what can we do? Like, because we don't have total control, but we can have a little bit of control.
Yeah.
And you've given us a little bit of control. So that's a wonderful gift. So thank you.
And a lot of things don't cost money.
Right.
And you could do it for free. And I think that everyone should just try.
Yeah.
Like, let's just try.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are some of those things?
Like, put your iPad away.
Yeah.
Put your cell phone away. Keep everything just 10 feet from your body.
Right.
And go to sleep and see if you notice a difference. Just track it. See what happens in 2 weeks. Right? Just check it out.
Mm-hmm.
If you're working in an office and you have the Wi-Fi router like right next to you.
Yeah.
Move it away or hardwire your computer.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens, right?
Right.
And then start listening to your body. Am I feeling something different?
Mm-hmm.
Do I have less brain fog? I don't want to tell you what to feel. I'm just saying, test it yourself. Make yourself a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
And go, today I'm doing these things.
Right.
And let's follow up in 2 weeks from now and see, did anything change?
Mm-hmm. No, that's great. This is a random question, but does it change the amount of radiation whether you have your phone facing down or facing up? Is there a difference?
There is, yeah.
Because I will admit, I'll see that like before we go to sleep, like Clayton will have his phone facing up, and I'll like as I walk by, I'll just be like, am I doing anything? Sorry, Clayton, I'm messing with your phone.
Not to get too like, I don't want to geek out, too scientific. But
I like that word.
Too scientifical.
Yeah. That's
so
good.
It's like
coining that
neutralizing.
phrase,
It's like neutralize. Change the pH.
Yeah,
but basically, what happens is this. So, just like we talked about the wave, how it disperses everything, right? So on the back, it's reducing about 80% of the radiation. And on the front, it's about 38-40%, depending on the phone. But on the back, it's going to be a lot less radiation. So if you keep it against your body, I would do the back.
Okay.
But the reason it's also reducing radiation from the front is because it's just bouncing off that material, and you're getting that mist effect, right? That's exactly what it is, and that's what makes developing this product so hard. Is I have to engineer for every single model. I can't have like one sticker or one stone that fits all. I have to, because all the antennas move in their different locations, and I have to reduce the radiation on every antenna and retest and go back to the lab and get recertified.
Yeah, so you can't like put an iPhone 15 sticker on an iPhone 17.
No, because all the antennas are different locations.
Yeah.
Everything changes.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so if you're going to have it down, it's going to make a bigger difference.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm doing something good.
Yeah.
Amazing. And then, so you have stickers for earbuds, right? And so how does so you still think that, because I'm so scared of my earbuds and I haven't used them for a few years now because I've been really scared ever since I learned. But you think with the stickers, they could be safe.
Yeah, what's really nice is with the stickers, we have so many awesome FCC lab reports. We went to actually 2 of the largest FCC labs in the world.
Oh, wow.
NEMCO and TUFSUD.
Okay.
And they both showed about, it depends on the model, 88 or 90% reduction, which
That's
is huge, right?
That's huge.
Yeah.
Is it still safer? What about because I use the wired Apple, headphones.
So the wired's gonna have 0, but if you really do want to use the earbuds and you want to get close to that 0, just use one earbud, because now they're not talking to each other through your skull. They're just shooting down.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you put the WaveBlock sticker on there, you'll even be better.
Right.
It's super clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. That's so cool. Your family is so lucky also that you do all this.
Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah. And you were telling me that you were like MacGyvering something like for your home too, for mold also. Like, didn't you do something to your home that was like really crazy cool to protect it?
Thanks. Yeah.
You're really, I'm so impressed by you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really scared of mold now. I just know I'm really scared of mold.
I know, me too.
God.
Me too. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I had it. I mean, if you've been listening to What the Funk,
Yeah.
But I've been dealing with the mold for a while. Yeah. And there were so many years that I just was like, it's fine. It's fine. It's not affecting me. And until my body started screaming to me.
Yeah.
And saying, no, it's not fine. You can't be sleeping in this for years and just be fine. So yeah, I got eczema and my left hand stopped working, like joint pain, all that. And it's amazing how your body wants to protect you. Because it really was, I felt like it was screaming at me to do something and make a change. And I really feel like, because even though I unfortunately had to go through all those horrible symptoms, I feel like I'm coming out on the other side so much better, having learned how to protect myself and now actually prioritizing my health and the health of my body, the health of my spirit, my everything, and my home. All these elements work together.
They really do.
They really do.
They really do. And what's scary about what you're saying is that it's invisible.
I know.
And oftentimes you can't even smell it.
Yeah.
And it's hidden behind the wall.
Yeah.
And radiation is the same exact thing. It's invisible,
it's
right?
It's invisible, exactly. And so I feel like, in a way, there's a similarity between the EMF radiation and the mold because, until you start having symptoms and you don't know what they're from, then, you kind of just like go on with your life. Like I just was sleeping for years with this phone next to my pillow, just emanating all these waves that I had no idea. Same with, I had a thing in my bedroom filled with black mold. Didn't smell. I had no idea, but
But I think that, what you're doing by educating people is so important because most doctors don't talk about this. They don't know about it. They kind of think you're crazy.
They do. I went to a doctor who told me basically I had to have surgery on my wrist. And she said, that's the best you can do. Just have some surgery. Try to fix your wrist. No, as soon as I remediated the mold, like it went away.
Yeah.
I didn't need surgery.
Yeah. So I think like you got to just keep getting it out there and educating because people will relate to that story and say, wait a minute, I think that's what I'm feeling. It's not age.
Right. Well, and that's the thing too, is people will so many people will just chalk it up to, I got aches and pains, I'm turning 40, that's what it is. But no, you don't have to feel that way.
I know.
Yeah. And the more that I've been doing this podcast and talking to people, talking to friends, I'm realizing like we're all in the same boat here. So many of us. Yeah. And I think that's what's so it gives me so much hope too, to feel that we are all in this together,
Yeah.
And I felt that when we spoke too for the first time a few months ago that, you were dealing with the mold at your home too. And I was like, oh, I'm not alone.
It felt really nice to talk to you.
Yeah,
like,
it did.
Someone gets this. I'm not alone. Right?
Yeah.
It was a really nice feeling.
It's a really nice feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that, I learned so much from it. And I learned that you just can't trust a lot of people and what they say. It's really
Yes,
scary because
it is.
if you respect the doctor and they tell you, they told my wife, I think you have MS. You might have MS.
Oh my God, they told that to my friend.
They did?
They told that to my friend and I actually talked to a friend very recently.
Insane.
And they told her she had MS. And I was like, have you checked for mold? And sure enough, she then checked for mold and yeah.
You know, it mimics a lot Lyme's MS. It has some similarities, right?
Yeah.
But it's so dangerous to put that in someone's head.
Yes. Yes. And that's so crazy that you said that. I didn't even know that story about your wife because when my friend told me this, literally something went off in my brain where I was like, she's in her 30s. I was like, I just think maybe there's something else going on here.
Yeah. It's, you know, and we're so lucky. My wife's good friend is a nurse and she would continue coming to our house and giving the whole family like IVs, glutathione, and we couldn't figure it out. We went to 5 different doctors.
Well,
and the doctor says, Ben, it's your age. Sorry, you're on the keyboard too much. Ben, it's just that's it. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. And my kids are getting bad grades now. They're not as athletic. What's happening? My wife has brain fog. Half her body is numb.
Oh my God.
You know, her MRI. And my kids' MRIs are full of white mass. I'm like, what is this? What's happening? I did a bunch of mold inspections. There is no mold in the house. I hired the best mold inspectors I could find. Can't find the mold. And then my wife's best friend, who's a nurse, says, these are mold symptoms.
Wow.
There's mold hidden here. You guys got to figure it out. I don't believe anyone. Wow. And she kind of opened up the mind, right?
Yeah.
And the only way we were able to find the mold is by bringing a mold dog.
Wow, an actual dog who sniffed it out?
Yeah.
And so where did the dog lead you?
It kept standing and looking at the attic. And it just wouldn't move. So I went in the attic and there's nothing in the attic. It's clean. Like I'm so like OCD about that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, any hotel room I go in, I'm looking around.
There's nothing. There's no mold in the house.
What?
My house is clean, right?
Yeah.
My house is clean. I have like air filters everywhere. I'm like, there's no mold up here.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in the attic and I opened up the air condition box where the coil is. It's imagine like a 2 foot by 2 foot box, right? Galvanized box.
Yeah.
So I opened up the screws, and when I looked inside, there was a 1 inch by 2 feet by 2 feet mold colony. So every time the air conditioner or the heater would turn on, it would pump the mold spores onto the pillows, the couches, into your lungs, right? Into all your clothes. Who knows for how long it's been doing that, right?
Wow.
And that's what it was.
Wow. And so even by just doing like an air duct cleaning, like you couldn't have known.
You would never see it. And you can't smell it and you can't see it. And it's so hidden.
Wow.
So that, you know, something like that just wrecks your life, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Wow. Thank you for sharing that story because I feel like a lot of people would just never know. Like that's really, I'm so happy for you, honestly, that you found the source, that you found the root. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think everyone should have their air conditioner inspected every couple of years.
Yeah.
And put a sensor in there, an alarm sensor, right?
Mm-hmm.
That will alert you if there's water inside. You can buy a sensor on Amazon for $20. It'll send you a text or an email.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Yeah, that's brilliant.
Put them everywhere. Put them under your kitchen sink. Put them behind the toilets. Just to protect.
Protect. Yeah, that's what we're talking about here. That's what we're doing. We're protecting ourselves. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so back to the EMF world.
Yeah.
What else are you excited about in this field? Like what, cuz you're such an inventor. There's got to be something like that you're excited about for upcoming. What is it?
Here's a couple things I've been working on for a couple of years.
Okay.
That I'm trying to bring to life. Hopefully I can bring them to life this year. One is, my dream is to be able to prove to you that radiation is around you, but radiation's invisible.
Okay.
So I'm trying to create a product that will show you the radiation live. What's around you right now, how far it's away from you, you know, and maybe what is it doing inside your body. right?
Wow. Okay. So
'Cause-
data, like hard data.
Hard data,
Yeah.
live. You could see it live. I want something that will show you live.
Yes.
Nothing like that really exists because I don't want to try to convince you that there's radiation around you
Right.
or there's radiation around your bed. I want you to see it for yourself.
Yeah.
And when you see it, you will believe it, and then you will care, and then you'll want to protect your whole family.
Right.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So I think that's one goal I've had for a couple years. I'm trying to solve the wearables.
The wearables. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because now it's on you.
Right.
It's on you, right?
Right.
So that's my goal for this year.
That's a great goal.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Yeah, I know. If there's something you can do for this ring.
Yeah, something will come.
Something.
Will come.
Yeah. Okay, I'm counting on you, Ben.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, I mean it's an exciting time, I think, because people are really talking about this stuff, and
Yeah.
they were not before.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to be part of the conversation, and I'm here for it. I'll try anything twice. So, I'm learning about all sorts of new interesting products and things out there, and people are prioritizing health in a way that they did not. And I don't know, there are a lot of reasons why maybe, but I think in this post-COVID world too, that they're really thinking about these things more so than they were before.
Completely different game.
Yeah.
Like 4 years ago, no one was talking about this.
No.
And it's so nice to see the change, right?
Yeah.
Because people always thought about the water that they drink,
Right.
the supplements that they take, grass-fed. But all of a sudden, you're starting to see people care about the air that they're breathing.
Yes. I know.
Right?
I'm really grateful for my air purifier. Yeah.
Yeah. People are now starting to wake up to the whole EMF world. It's just nice to see that.
Yeah.
I think also I'm noticing that we're going back a little bit back to like the old school too, right? People are having like real bread, real grains.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I know. I was for so long like one of those, gluten-free, dairy-free,
Right.
having like oat milk and, kind of all the fake gluten-free products.
Yeah.
I'm like off all that.
Yeah.
No, I'm like sourdough bread.
It's
like,
healing.
I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt my gut. I don't feel bad afterwards. And I'm eating literally like one of my friends looked at me like I was insane yesterday because we went for coffee and I ordered whole milk.
Amazing.
And she was like, "Who are you?
I love that.
You never get whole milk." And I was like, I do
love
now.
that.
If it's organic, I'm getting it.
The real stuff. Like
The real stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's what we grew up on.
Yeah.
And we need to go back there because that's what really heals the gut.
Yeah.
Especially if you have mold toxicity. How do you heal the gut? How do you heal everything, right?
Exactly.
You got to go back to the basics.
You do.
None of the drugs, I've tried all the drugs. None of them work.
Yeah.
I've done all those binders. They never worked for me.
Yeah. I know.
What
I've been
if-
on binders for so long now.
I've done
Yeah.
every binder.
Yeah.
Like, how many more binders can I do?
I know. I'm taking them morning. I'm taking
I
them
know,
night.
come
I'm
on.
taking them. I gotta.
Right?
I know.
So
Yeah.
it's like I think going back to the basics.
Getting
is-
out in nature, taking a walk.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
The sun,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. We're given all these gifts that we can't take for granted.
Right.
Things that going back to the basics.
So are you, if 10 is 100% healed, what are
Mhm.
you 1 out of 10 for the mold?
I feel like I'm probably at I would say my symptoms are gone. The symptoms that I had before, the eczema, the joint pain, the brain fog, that's gone. And I'm sleeping great. So I would say I'm probably at like maybe like a 7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, because the one thing I have noticed that is off my hormones, because I started testing my hormones. So I can, even though like, I don't have all those symptoms, I'm noticing that something is off with my hormones. And so that, and I've been speaking with an expert on hormones from that company. And so, I'm trying to like detective the pieces together.
Yeah.
And I think there might be a piece that is of my hormones that is related to the mold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's sort of where I'm at now, is trying to get that in balance. by continuing. Yeah, but at a certain point, it's like, what else can you do?
Right.
You know, if you're taking all the right things, you're doing all, you know, I guess some of it does take time.
Yeah.
And some of it is, you know, you have to get to the root source of what the problem is. And maybe there's something I'm missing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. But you're almost there. That's nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a nice feeling.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? How are you and your family with everything? Because, I mean, it was bad for a while.
Yeah. The kids are almost perfect.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm probably at like 60%.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. My wife's maybe like at 50.
Yeah.
But at least it's getting better and better, you know,
Yeah,
even if it's like it used to be like at 2% a month, maybe like 1%,
Right.
you're like, is this ever going to go away?
Yes.
You know,
I know.
that feeling. And now when you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, it's like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally. No.
like you feel alive again.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. There's a second chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We can restart. No, it's beautiful. I also was just out of town for a month, and part of that time I was in Connecticut, like in a very remote small town.
Yeah.
In just literally like a babbling brook next to where I was staying, super clean air. And I felt really great there.
Really?
I will say. Yeah. Yeah. And I love LA. I love living in this city. It is my home. It's just sometimes I feel like I have to give my body a little bit extra support when I'm here. I feel like I need more of like the supplements and these biohacking tools when I'm living in the city like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my apartment is like, it's right on a busy street, and at rush hour, the cars are just all like stacked up there. And I used to sit out there on the patio, which was right over that big street.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even think about it. I was working for hours out there thinking I'm getting fresh air.
Right.
I'm getting sun. I'm getting vitamin D. I'm checking those boxes. But then I did a test from Dr. Tom O'Brien. If you know him, he's great. But anyway, we did a test, and it turned out like the levels of like methane in my body were through the roof.
Really?
Like insane. And he was like, "Are you like breathing in gasoline? Like, what are you doing?"
Wow.
And I was like, is it because I'm working outside on my patio, which is over a really busy street, and cars on, during rush hour just back to back there? And he was like, yeah, don't do that. That might be why. So, and he was like, honestly, I think you need to, stop working out there for a little while. Maybe the fumes, because it comes right up.
It comes right up.
And so like something like that, like sleeping with the phone right next to my bed, it's just something I was not thinking about. And then, so I stopped doing that. I stopped going out there when there's a lot of traffic and everything. And I've felt better. I mean, these symptoms that I was having, a lot of them have gone away. So it's like these little adjustments that we can make.
There's certain things that really do move the needle.
Yeah.
They
and
really
sometimes
do.
they're simple and they cost no money.
Right.
That's the thing. It's like, it doesn't have to be this like crazy procedure that costs thousands of dollars or some device that, you have to spend like your life savings on.
Right.
It's just thinking, I mean, a lot of it is just common sense. Yeah. Like don't sit out there and breathe in all the car fumes for hours. Yeah. That was pretty obvious now when I'm thinking about it, but I wasn't. I was thinking about, I mean, I'm a cockeyed optimist, so I was like, oh, this is good. I'm getting sun.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But you gotta think about all the elements.
Yeah. One thing that I noticed made the biggest difference, and it wasn't too much money. Mm-hmm. You could probably do it for maybe like $1,200. It's called an ERV system. Have you heard of that before?
No.
So what it is, it's kind of like an air scrubber on steroids.
Okay. Yeah.
So what you do is where your air conditioned intake is.
Mm-hmm.
You could do this for condos, townhomes, homes. You could do it for anything.
Okay.
Where the air intake goes through. You would cut out a little piece of it, and you'd put this box inside. So right when the air is going through it, it goes first through a very strong light that burns everything. All bacteria, burns mold. If someone's sick in the home, their virus, it burns everything.
Okay.
Goes through this really strong light. It's so strong that if you look at the light, you'll get in big trouble. You won't see for a week.
Oh, God.
Okay, so it goes through this really bright UV light. kind of like the UV, when water goes through the UV light, right?
Okay.
Goes through that. Then it goes through a big, thick carbon filter that's like 4-inch thick.
Okay.
Hospital grade carbon. Okay.
Okay.
So it goes through that, and then it goes through one more light. And when you get that air, even if your air had mold in there, it's done. It kills the toxins.
Wow.
And you could smell the fresh air that comes out, almost like a little bit like ozone smell, like slight, super fresh. So what I like to do is I have it turn on every couple hours. So instead of having the air conditioner turn on, you set it on fan mode, and you just have it run every couple hours, all day, all night. So even if there is dirty air or there is mold that we can't see, or you did leave the window open, you're constantly scrubbing the air. And I noticed that made the biggest difference. Even if you're cooking and you're like, dude, that smells so bad in here. Turn that thing on, just cleans your whole house in a minute. Better than any small air filter can ever do.
Okay, I'm going to ask you where to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you make it? Did you MacGyver this? Or is this?
I just added one more thing to it because it usually comes with one light.
Of
I
course.
just added a second light.
I knew you did some tweak.
But I'll send it to you. It's really easy to do. There's a guy that can help you build it. It's really easy, really cheap, and it's been a game changer.
Wow.
And there's something else that's interesting. When you feel good that your space is safe, you start letting go of everything. Your mind changes, your inflammation goes. It's amazing how much you can control with your own mind when you feel in a safe environment.
Oh my God, it's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything. When your nervous system can relax, that's magic.
So that's worth all the money in the world.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I completely agree. Yeah. I do feel that way. Like I have a really good air scrubber that I love. And I do feel like when I have it turned on, especially like while I'm sleeping, I do feel that wash over.
Beautiful.
Me. Like I feel my nervous system like relax and really know that like, okay, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, to be in fight or flight constantly, I mean, I feel like I am wired to be in fight or flight. Like from when I was born, I feel like I don't know what happened in my past life, my ancestors, but like, I'm a Jew, but I'm neurotic.
Yeah.
I do think I'm like wired to be in this fight or flight all the time. And I think I think I just have to, I've learned, pay a little more attention to soothing myself.
Yeah.
And so that's actually been my focus this past year, I think.
Yeah.
Because I do feel like I'm really learning so much about how to prioritize my health, but I think the sort of this key step of learning how to support my nervous system is really, it's a game changer. So I'm really, and I that's partially why I like tracking the stress, with the wearables, because I can see, oh, okay, I'm getting into the restored zone. Whereas like, a few months ago, I was like in the top stress zone all day and not coming out of it. And even that's when moments that I should be relaxed.
So is that going to teach your subconscious automatically? Because once you learn how to track it and you see it, does that automatically go in and then you don't need to track it? Your mind's tracking it automatically? I
hope so, because I don't want to like I don't want to have a wearable that I'm like so dependent on for my whole life. So I think I am learning how I feel when I am restored.
That's fascinating.
And then I'll remind myself like, oh yeah, that's how I can breathe through this. And Meditation has been huge for me. Clayton and I meditate like every morning for at least like 12 minutes. That's like a must.
Yeah.
And then I try to do it later in the day too. But yeah, meditation, and I have a few other like biohacking tools for for stress reduction.
So great.
My PEMF mat.
And you feel a difference with that, right?
Yeah, I do.
That's awesome.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so great. It's so great when people actually listen to their body and they learn like, okay, I need this works. I don't need this, it's a waste of my time, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Stick with what works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have how do you feel about in terms of your stress reduction? Is there anything that you use or you go to?
Yeah, I like adrenaline sports. Anything that could get my adrenaline going will calm me down.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
That's interesting. So like bring it, bring the stress up to then.
Fully. I don't.
Or
It's
yeah.
always been that way, right?
That makes sense though.
Yeah.
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 Hmm.
And I'm like the worst. Like I'm a paranoid Jew, so stuff always comes to my head. Like, what if this happens? And what if that happens? And what if that happens? and then it's like, stop. You can't control that. You can only control what's like 3 feet in front of you.
Right.
Stop. And I'm like, delete the thoughts, right? So the things that clean my head and a reset, it's going to be the mountain biking, the rock climbing, the snowboarding,
Totally.
anything that can get the adrenaline up. It does a full delete, full reset, and I'm back to normal.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's interesting. It's interesting. Tracking my stress through the wearable, I've been able to see like, yeah, it is when I do like a really tough workout, like strength training or something, and then afterwards the drop. I've noticed like even like having sex, like stress goes up and then restored right afterwards. Yeah. So these things, it's interesting.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. No, I've become a total like nerd about it too. Like I get excited about data in a way that, and I do think, because some people say like, why do you want to know all that? Why do you want to know if you're stressed? Why do you want to know, where your levels are and all that? Because won't that just stress you out more? And to me, like knowledge is power. And so like you're saying with wanting to create this device to know, how much radiation is around us, that even though, yes, okay, if you get some information that, this is maybe not ideal, but then you can do something about it.
Yeah.
So I'm always of the mindset of like, find out.
I agree. And I think it's so fun because what if, not to scare you, but here's the paranoid Jew going.
Okay.
But what if I could say, maybe the hormone issue is, maybe it was a mold. Maybe it's not the mold anymore. Maybe it's, you live in a condo, you said, right?
Okay. Yep.
We don't know what's behind that piece of drywall, what your neighbor has. And what if behind that drywall, that neighbor has a big Sonos speaker bar. He has his Wi-Fi route there. He has a Samsung TV right there. You don't know, and that's a foot from your head. Okay, he has that. And what if the person right above you has their Wi-Fi router right above your head? Or what if behind that wall, there's a Tesla charger or a Wi-Fi or a meter, electrical meter, right? That's the most radiation you could get. That's more than anything, right?
Wait, a Wi-Fi meter?
Electric meter.
Electric meter?
Yeah. So your building has an electric meter.
Yeah.
That counts what your electric bill is. Well, they don't want to come and look at your meter. It's connected to their Wi-Fi, and then they know how much electricity to bill you, right?
Interesting. Okay,
well,
yeah.
If that's even 8 feet from your head, that is the highest radiation levels there is.
Oh.
So powerful.
Wow.
And I've tested it. I mean, I have friends, right? And they actually said that we're getting out of this house. And all of a sudden they feel way better. Their life has changed. No more headaches. No more brain fog. They're sleeping perfect, right? So what if we could do this? What if we had this device, hopefully I can make it this year, and you take this device and you put it on your bed, and it's going to show you, hey, there's something 4 feet away from you. This is what the device is. This is how deep it's going into your body. Oh, actually, you have 8 more of those devices. You're going to be like, oh, shit, that's not even my device. What the hell? I didn't know this was around me.
Whoa.
Wait a minute. What's it doing to my hormones? Wait a minute. What's it doing to the inflammation in my body? And now I just gave you the formula because we have all the analytics. And I did not have to sell you on this.
Right.
You just proved it by yourself, right?
Did the detective work.
Yeah. And I think that's my dream.
Yeah.
That's my end game. Like, that's what that's it.
Put the power in the people's hands.
Yeah.
Okay, you did just make me think. I have a Sonos speaker. I have 2 of them in my bedroom. I have one on like right next to my pillow, like the bookshelf kind, and then I have one on the other nightstand on the other side. And, they are connected through Wi-Fi to my phone. Right. So like when I wake up in the morning, I turn on my meditation music and it plays, wirelessly through the Sonos speaker as well. Yes. But do you think that could be a source of radiation? So
I had, this was 5 years ago. I had that Sonos speaker on the side of this wall. But my son's crib was on the other side of the drywall.
Oh.
With the speakers not on, not with no music. The radiation in his crib was just redlining. So strong. So then I moved the speakers, right? The antenna on the Sonos bar is massive. It's not as big as on your phone. It's a huge strip. It's powerful because they want the signal to be good.
Yeah.
So I think some of them you might be able to hardwire, and then you could actually go into the app and turn off the Wi-Fi. So if you could hardwire it, or if you can't, then just move it a little further away from you. Just move to the other side.
Yeah.
I promise you're gonna notice the difference. I promise you.
Wow, I'm so like what a rabbit hole we've gone down.
Right?
But that makes so much sense. It's literally right next. It's where my phone used to be, right next to my head. It's right next to my pillow.
Okay. And that signal, that could go more than 1,200 feet through concrete walls.
Whoa.
Yeah, get it?
Yeah. Okay.
What you and I grew up on would go 30 feet. You know,
I know,
like,
my boombox.
Yeah,
my
it's like
boombox
30
with my
yeah.
with my little cassette tapes.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm gonna get a cassette player. That's it. I'm getting rid of my Sonos. I'm going back to the cassette tapes. Getting back to the mixtapes my boyfriend made me
right?
in high school. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah.
I'm excited to see what happens.
I'm excited too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I mean, speaking of data, I mean, I'm testing my hormones every morning now, so I really can see how it's affecting it.
Yeah, even if you do a simple Google search.
Yeah.
And say, what does high exposure of radiation, of EMF, accumulative, if I have it near me all the time, what can it do to my hormones?
Yeah.
You'll see.
Yeah.
It's all the data is out there. It's fascinating.
Oh, I'm so excited to research.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it is detective work. Like all this like functional medicine stuff. You know, there was a functional medicine doctor I spoke to once who was saying that she considers she's an MD, but she's a medical detective.
Love that.
She's a functional medicine doctor.
I love that.
And I love that. And I do think that, you know, as I'm not a doctor, I'm a health coach, but we all have to be detectives for our own health. There's just so much to look into, and there's so many intricate pieces of it all, and the way that it's all interconnected, and the way that you learn one piece of information that then can all of a sudden like just burst everything. It's exciting.
It is.
Yeah.
And the truth is that if you're not going to do it, no one is going to help you and do it because there's just not enough knowledge out there.
Yeah.
So you have to do this.
Because you go to a doctor and they'll say, take a pill.
Yeah.
Or surgery, or,
Yeah.
and it's not their fault because, right? I mean, they're not trained to be medical detectives.
Right.
That's not part of medical school.
Yeah.
That's why, thank goodness for places like the Institute for Functional Medicine that is training that's training doctors to be medical detectives.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful that exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, we could talk. I mean, we could talk forever.
Yeah. Well,
it's great. I mean, so if people are interested in learning more about this and they want to find these products for themselves, like what do they do? Where do they go? What's your suggestion of where people should go next?
Yeah, so WaveBlock.com. That's our website. We just launched something really, really exciting. We just did our first collab.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to talk about that. I'm so glad you brought that up.
I'm so excited about it.
I'm so glad you brought it up because I was going to ask you about it. Tell us about this. You can talk about it now.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay, so tell us about this really, really, really exciting collab.
Yeah, so what's really fun is like, I didn't even think about doing a collab because, and the guys from Linkin Park said, hey, we love what you're doing.
They just reached out?
Yeah.
That's
said,
so cool.
We love what you're doing. We want to protect our fans and maybe we could do something together.
Yeah.
And I said, sure, let's do it, right?
I love that.
And so we just launched. I'll show you what it looks like.
Yeah. Show me.
So there it is.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
that's awesome.
Our first collab, and it's with the band that we all know and love,
that's
right?
That's amazing. Yeah.
So that's really fun,
Congrats.
And what's really fun about this is not only reduces the radiation, but I also figured out how to reduce the heat from your phone.
Ooh,
So that's kind of nice too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Is that in these
You have
cases
that too? Yeah.
Yeah, this is new. Yeah,
Yeah. So I invented
amazing.
a different kind of felt in
I
there
love it.
that will actually reduce the heat.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So these are on right now. It's limited. We only made a very limited small edition on purpose, making a collector's. But yeah, these are on if you guys want to take a look.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And is there anything else you can tell us about that? A hint at what might be coming?
I don't know. I'm afraid. What if I don't succeed at this? You know?
No. You will. You will succeed,
right?
Ben.
We have the goal is that the device.
The device to measure.
Maybe as soon as it comes out, we come test at your house first. Wouldn't
Great.
Be fun?
Awesome. Open door.
Yeah,
Come on in.
Right. Really scare you? You're gonna be like, you just made me move out of my house.
I know. Exactly. I'll have a new address for you by that point.
No, we'll solve that. We'll create something for that.
Okay. Great. Amazing.
We'll invent something to shield the whole wall from neighbors, so you could keep your radiation in that you want and the radiation that you don't want out.
Wow.
That'll be the next thing.
Okay.
Right.
I love it. Really, I'm so grateful to know you. And
Thanks so much.
Yeah. And I'm glad that, in a way, like we can connect over being like, a little neurotic, a little,
Sure.
Scared of these things. But the fact that you are using that to create something for people to protect themselves and to make their lives better and a safer place to live and to be around these devices, I'm so grateful. And I'm sure, that your family and everyone who gets to experience what you've created is really grateful.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate this.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
this
really
is
nice. Thank
amazing.
you.
It's amazing.